Welcome to a video summary of the LG OLED 65 E7V. You can read the full in-depth review via the link in the description or by clicking the card at the top right of the video. The E7 is an Ultra HD 4K TV with a 65-inch flat-screen OLED panel. It's LG's mid-range OLED for 2017 and it retails for £4,999. In terms of features, the E7 supports every form of high dynamic range, including HDR10, hybrid log gamma and Dolby Vision. LG have also added Dolby Atmos to help improve the sound quality of the 2017 OLED TVs. The E7 has a very similar look to last year's E6, but that makes sense given that it's a beautiful piece of industrial design. The E7 uses a picture-on-glass construction and has a built-in soundbar. From the front, the appearance is both minimalist and classy, with a 5mm glass edge around the panel and a 10mm border around the screen. The built-in soundbar includes 4.2 channels and 60 watts of amplification. The audio performance was good for an ultra-slim TV, and the Dolby Atmos processing added more presence to the soundstage. The only cosmetic difference to the E6 is the addition of a sloped brushed metal stand, and you'll require a surface at least 620 by 195mm on which to place the TV, although you can also wall mount, and there are 300 by 200 Visa brackets on the rear for that purpose. The back of the E7 uses a glossy black finish, and the TV is 7mm deep at the top, but widens out to 60mm at the bottom, where the electronic speakers, amplification and connections are housed. You'll also find air vents at the top of this wider rear section. All the connections are at the bottom rear left as you face the screen, and here you'll find a combination of sideways and rearwards facing inputs. The sideways inputs are 240mm from the edge and are composed of 3 HDMI inputs, a USB 3.0 port and a CI slot. Facing rearwards, there's another HDMI input, 2 USB 2.0 ports, twin terrestrial and satellite tuners, an optical digital output, a headphone socket and an RS-232 connector for serial control. There's also an Ethernet port and built-in Wi-Fi. The E7 comes with a high-end version of the Magic Remote that's been designed to match the styling of the TV. It's a motion controller and is well designed, comfortable to hold and intuitive to use. As a result, navigating the latest version of WebOS is extremely easy, and this excellent smart platform remains the best, with all the video streaming services you could ever want, including Amazon, Netflix, Now TV, all the UK catch-up services and Freeview Play. The E7 has a very low input lag of 21 milliseconds in the game mode, regardless of whether you're gaming in SDR or HDR, which is great news for gamers. As always, we tested the E7 using our Klein K10A color meter, Meridio Fresco 6G pattern generator, and Calman calibration software. We tested both the standard and high dynamic range performance against the industry standards, and you can find our recommended picture settings in a separate video. The out-of-the-box accuracy was very impressive and amongst the best we have measured, with a reference grayscale and gamma performance. The E7 includes 2 and 20-point white balance controls, but there was very little to change, aside from some fine-tuning that wouldn't even be perceptible. The out-of-the-box colour performance was equally as impressive, with the colour gamut delivering reference measurements. This is just as well because LG's colour management system doesn't really work, so we simply left the already excellent colour accuracy as it was. Moving on to HDR, and the performance was equally as impressive. We measured the peak brightness at 670 nits on a 10% window, and the E7 tracked the PQ EOTF precisely, and the grayscale was excellent. The colour gamut measured at 71% of Rec 2020, which it tracked quite closely, and it was 98% DCI P3, which it also tracked extremely well, resulting in a highly accurate HDR performance. In terms of its general performance, the E7 delivered some stunning images, with good screen uniformity, deep blacks and impressive shadow detail. The video processing was also excellent, and the motion handling was surprisingly good, whilst the reference grayscale and gamma performance, combined with the natural colours, resulted in some lovely high definition images. The HDR performance was also very good, with accurate colours and deep blacks. Although the peak brightness is limited compared to an LCD TV, the E7 is capable of delivering those highlights with greater precision. In all respects, this is an excellent TV, and whilst you might be tempted to go for a cheaper LG OLED, there's no doubt that if you choose the E7, you'll be very pleased. As such, we're happy to award the LG 65 E7 an AV Forum's highly recommended badge. If you enjoyed this video, then please like and subscribe. You can find more reviews, news, articles and videos like this at avforums.com, Europe's largest community for TVs, home cinema, movies, games, tech and gadgets. Thanks for watching.